Patriots today?
Come on, who are you fucking talking to? Come on.
Talking to Ralph Lewis, whose team didn't make the
You're not talking to, alright? I'm anybody, like, if the Patriots and the Giants go to the Super Bowl, I won't even watch that shit, alright?
Yeah, you and rest of America, dude.
I won't even watch that shit.
Redemption.
Oh, wait, you said you didn't want to watch it? What are you, a pussy? Come on.
I'll be rooting that the Blackout Keys come back for the fucking halftime show and burn that mother down.
Jesus Christ.
Fergalicious. Just
Yeah.
What the fuck did I do putting the two of you on the same day? You are listening to Sidecast with Matt Chorney and John E Capcom.
He has not confessed. He has made no statement. Charges of murder have been accepted against him. Charges of murder have been accepted. Charges of murder have been accepted.
Hey everybody, welcome to Sidecast. We're back here, episode 4, getting ready to start a whole new show with some whole new topics. Unfortunately, our good pal Johnny Capcom cannot make it today. He's out busy drawing shit at an anime convention in Ireland, and I had no clue that existed. Joining me today is my other co-host, Meg. Meg, how you doing?
I'm tired.
Wow. Way to rivet the audience, Meg. So what have you been doing since the last time we recorded?
I've been working, dude. Just appointment after appointment. Keeping busy.
Riveting audio, Meg. Thank you very much. Joining us today is a special guest host, Chuck. Chuck, how you doing, buddy?
excellent.
Chuck, tell the people about yourself. Who are you? What do you do? Why should America give a shit?
I'm a man. I work at GameStop. I sell video games to all you brats. Yeah, it's pretty much my story.
That's your story?
Yep.
There's no, like, relation to any one of my co-hosts or nothing that exists at all?
I'm one of your co-hosts, and it's not a dude.
And it's not me. All right. Is it Capcom?
Yes, he's actually drawing me at the anime conventions right now, naked.
Wow.
Fuck all you.
Wow. That would, I'd say that's inspiring, but...
Well, it's kind of funny because I don't think I've ever talked to him more than 2 minutes, so...
And today, joining us, folks, the renowned, the absolute world famous, the man we have all missed so wholeheartedly, Ralph Lewis of the Two Angry Men fame. Ralph, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
You're
Thanks
good?
for asking.
No problem. So, Ralph, it's been a long time since the internet's heard word from you, man. How you doing? How you been? What you been up to?
I have basically been, sitting in my room, staring at the four walls, wondering, pondering what life is about. Yeah, that's about it, though.
Oh, it's Denzel from Safe House.
Oh, damn.
Fucking Chuck. No. I've just been chilling, doing my own thing, away from the world. I went to my doctor, and he's just been telling me I've been watching, unhealthy amounts of pornography, which I tried to, argue with him that I don't even think that's a concept, unhealthy amounts.
Hang on. What's considered an unhealthy amount of pornography?
I don't know, but that's what he said, unhealthy amount. And I'm like, hey, man, I've never heard of anything like that. It just doesn't seem like that could even happen. So,
Just because you watch porn at the same time doesn't mean it's a threesome.
Fucking Chuck. How anybody could, the thing is, I just been, chilling, listening to the Sidecast, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On your podcast, and you've had, new guests, every week. That's incredible, man.
I know. That's kind of the funny thing is, the first episode I ever did, I, basically had to, really, buckle down with Capcom and be because we wanted 3 hosts from the get-go. and we could only get the two of us. So the day came where it's like, all right, I'm buying the domain name. I'm just gonna go for it. Fucking, we did our first show, just the two of us, and then after that first show, then all of my friends decide, hey, I'll be a host, and from there, Meg was our first guest host, and she actually shocked me that she could actually buckle down and do some real work and bring like intelligent, ideas to something. I mean, it shocked me more than anybody else.
That is shocking that Meg can be intelligent.
It shocked me that Meg could focus more than anything. But she wowed Capcom to the point where he came to me and asked, hey, maybe we should make her a third seat. And since we really had a lack of choice at that point, I'm like, yeah, you know what? It's, she's got fans. She's got a big clientele. She's got fans. And, we also could use it. Who fucking brought the cool kid?
Ralph.
Way to go, Ralph. Seriously?
I'm sorry. I am so sorry. But people
What did I just fucking say before I hit record? Turn the sound off your phones.
There are text messages of people I have to ignore. I'm sorry.
Turn the phone off.
I'm sorry. I get all these emergency porn texts from
You come back to our site.
Okay, hang on.
Exactly. They're like, you haven't been at our address for the last 5 minutes. What are you doing? I'm chatting with girls who want me in some area of the world.
My hands are raw.
Exactly. Fucking Chuck, man. It's like,
If that's seriously the case, Ralph, maybe I agree with you, Doctor. That sounds like an unhealthy amount of porn. If they're calling you up.
Such thing, all right? Don't start thinking like these doctors who go to school and stuff like that. Like,
Don't start thinking like these educated people. That's just fucking wrong.
You know what? Because doctors write you a prescription for, like, let's just say Percocet, right? They write you
Whoa. Stop. You got a prescription for Percocet for having an unhealthy addiction to porn?
Hey, you fucking deal with your problems your way. I deal with my problems.
I'm praising that. That's win-win. How did you pull that off?
All right, but let me get to the rest of the story. They write the prescription for Percocet, but they never write the right amount. There's always like 50 or something like that. 50 is not going to get me through the week, all right? It might not even get me through the day. So, yeah, well, Chuck, like I said, you worry about you, I worry about me, all right? Okay, all right, so all I'm saying is, like, don't listen to doctors, don't listen to anybody. You go on instinct, and that's how you should live your life.
Famous fucking last words. Good job, Ralph. He's gonna die of a chafed dick and overdosing on fucking opiates. Way to go, Ralph.
All I'm saying is that I'm hurting and I need something.
Now you're gonna make me feel bad for making fun of your addictions.
Tony, this is where
Somebody should feel bad for me.
I'm sorry, what was that, Ralph?
I said somebody should feel bad for me. That's all I really want in this world, for people to feel bad for me.
Well, I miss you. Is that fucking good enough? I miss the joy. I miss the joy you used to bring me weekly when you fucking, were out there.
I miss singing drunk with Ralph.
Yes, we did sing drunk. I will, but nevertheless, we go on with the Sidecast. I'm sorry, I'm taking over your show.
Oh, you're not taking over our show, dude. You're our best topic today.
Yeah, and then talk about my, dependency on Percocet and pornography.
Oh,
we can do that. Let's go.
You're the one who's admitting to it, dude. We didn't pry at all. But anyway. Yeah.
You asked about me, and I told you about me. What do you want from me, Tony?
Nothing. You're giving me fucking golden material, dude. You just keep going.
All right, so we're going to start with waking up. All right, so I wake up in the morning, and I look at the ceiling for like maybe a half an hour, figuring out whether I should get up or whether I'm going to be late for work. I contemplate whether I'm going to be late for work every day. It's No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You done?
Yeah, I am. Go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, so about the rotating guest host, because that was what originally tipped this off.
Okay.
After our second show, I got a bunch of my buddies that just decided, hey, I'll do the show. Because apparently Meg brings a crowd. And so I just figured, all right, we'll have a fourth seat when we can, and we'll just have it rotating. But since Capcom would rather draw anime pictures at some convention today, you get his seat today, Ralph.
All right, man. These are some famous seat shoes. These are famous seat and shoes.
And yeah, he's gonna be pissed too, man, because once again, we're doing a show that he's supposed to be on, and he doesn't get to talk to you for his show. He's going to be very upset.
Capcom is a very, very famous dude. You know, he's a shaker. He's a mover, man. You know, it's hard to settle down, you know?
Capcom's got connections. He really does. I agree with you on that.
He's a man. He was my podcasting hero before I became a podcaster in my air quotes, you know? So... You know, I looked up to John because he was somebody I was listening to before I started doing the show I did.
Well, here's how I grade podcasting. If you're international, you're at least somewhat of a success. And, you know, considering I've got at least 3 countries that listen to mine, even though it's strikingly smaller numbers than yours, I still consider it a success.
Oh, shit. Well, I mean, what do you got? Like 3 shows? That's like 3 shows.
Yeah, true enough. Well, actually, you know, let's dive into this, Lewis. How many shows did you put out before you started getting fans?
We'll say it took us about 10 shows for us to get fans other than people that we already knew.
All right.
Kind of the story of our show became, you know, me and Rodney, we were just 2 people that were really funny. At least we thought we were funny, you know. And we used to always talk, and people used to always laugh listening to us talk. And so, you know, we just started doing it basically for ourselves, just to hear ourselves talk for the week coming. And then it just kind of snowballed into its own thing. Like, I actually wanted it to be a show about video games. Like, we play video games all the time. All our friends are video game players. So we started off, you know, doing a show about video games. And that lasted 1 show. I was like, yeah, 1 show. Then just became a topical thing. And then people started listening. You know, we started getting people listening. And then that snowballed, and then Firm came on the show, and then people really loved Firm and liked Ronnie and liked the dynamic that they had and the stuff that they were talking about. And so then it just became an open forum, and, you know, the more we did it, the better we got at it. And then it just became what it was, you know, when it ended, just this happy-go-lucky ball of ignorance and spaghetti.
Yeah, but it was our ball of ignorance and spaghetti. At the end, how many fans did you estimate you had?
We were getting like 53,000 hits like a week.
Wow.
And then just that kind of just, you know, became its thing. And so now that it's still up, the show is still up. People can listen back to like old shows and stuff like that. I always tell people like that ask me about it. I'm like, yo, just go back and listen to old shows. We have like 54. We have more than that because we, you know, did like side stuff and projects and stuff like that. But you know,
53,000 people, Ralph. That's how many people you're letting your show die.
I'm not letting anybody down. All right, but stop right there. I am not. Meg, are you let down?
What?
Don't pussy out, Meg.
Is there... You're not doing it anymore.
That is...
And now I'm let down. You let me down.
Come stop it. Stop it.
I can see in Chuck's eyes he's devastated, dude. Without you at the beginning of the week, he doesn't know what to do.
Whatever. Him and his Patriots underoos. I'm sorry.
Yeah, my underoos are winners. It's because it's only 1 a.m. now. It's different.
Fucking Chuck. But yeah, it was something. It's something that I can look back on and say, yeah, I did that. That was something that I produced, and it was something that I created, and that was the whole point of it, just like creating something, not feeling like you're not doing anything. So,
ironically enough, that's why I started mine. I had a shit ton of free time on my hands. I was inspired by 2 a.m., and I'm like, you know what? I could probably do that. Maybe not as well, not at first, but I could probably do that. And that was my inspiration.
It takes some time. And like all things, it takes time.
Well, actually, if I might get a little personal here, my true inspiration was the first time I ever was a guest on your show. You ended the show by telling me, dude, you should make your own. And you also promised me, dude, whatever you need, whenever you need me on it, you got me. Yeah, I'll pimp your shit as far as you need me to. And that was, what, a year and a half ago?
And here I am. Promise kept.
4 episodes later.
4 episodes later.
Come on. Let's just, the name of this episode should be, let's blame Ralph for everything.
Nah. In all fairness...
This episode needs to be fucking Chuck since you've said it like 8 times since we hit record.
That's like my and how I say I blame, everybody blames, everything on me. I blame everything on fucking Chuck. Everything that happened.
Don't feel bad. He's become the new blame guy since you went into hiding, dude. So you and everybody else.
He does everything I hate, He's a Patriots fan, so I really hate that. And now he works at the GameStop, and I really hate that. It's like a ball of hatred.
I'd hate that too.
It's just like, why would you just GameStop?
Why would you hate on GameStop?
Oh my God.
I think me and Ralph could list.
Enough time or enough purpose.
They pay me to play video games. I'm done.
Me and Ralph will do an entire show later on about why we hate GameStop.
Oh, GameStop is the worst. Later on, we got time now. Let's go for it. All right, so.
I'll rebuttal.
I don't know how it is. And this is awesome that we have a GameStop employee. That way we can, we can shoot shit off of each other. So, the GameStop, the one problem I have with GameStop is, and it may not just be, it may not be your store in New England.
Stop, stall, and just attack the boy.
Okay, here we go. So, the one problem I have is when I walk in, I feel like I am being, I feel like it's a chore to go into GameStop and pick out games, It hurts me, and most of it is just like, I have this stack of games. I have like 20 games that I'm going to turn in, and I turn them all in, and I'm looking at the guy, and when he looks back at me with those blue eyes and says, so we're going to give you back $20 for these 20 games. That's $1 a game. And you're still going to owe us $60. I'm like, really? Really, Mr. GameStop, man? You know what? That story started off way funnier than I thought in my head. Totally went nowhere.
That's
a convenience that you can actually trade your games in to put it towards another game. What if we said, fuck you, keep your games, you paid for them already?
Best Buy pays more.
Okay, Chuck, just that you are already assimilated in the system where you're saying we instead of the GameStop is making me hurt.
I hear it every day. I have few iDevices now, so you have people coming in trying to trade in their old iPods, iPhones, iPads, everything. Right? I turn around and tell some girl that we're going to give her $160 cash for an iPhone 4. She flips out. Now, let me say something. You go anywhere else, they're going to give you $75. She paid $200 for that phone almost a year and a half ago, and we're giving her $40 less than she paid for it. Tell me that's not a good deal.
That is, I don't know, because I don't know the market on iPhones, all right?
If she sells it on eBay and takes the time to do that, she could probably make money. But it's a convenience that we're going to give her cash on the spot, $160 for a $200 phone she paid for.
You know, I don't disagree with Chuck there. I mean, that's a better deal than any pawn shop will give you.
I just hate that you're the gatekeepers to my fun and happiness.
You don't have to go to that store, though, Ralph. There's plenty of places that sell video games.
Yeah, but you have to walk through, like, electronics and shit like that, or baby's clothes and shit like that. You know, I wish that there were, you know, like, other places. I wish they had some kind of competition. Some kind of competition.
We took them all out, but the thing is what if we didn't take any old games in? You'd have to be stuck with all your old games.
Best Buy, Toys R Us, fucking Sears, any fucking store that sells anything sells games, Ralph. It's not exclusively GameStop.
They don't sell, like, exclusive shit, you know?
Yeah, they do.
What are you talking about? What exclusive shit does GameStop have?
I mean, like, they don't sell, like, I don't know.
Oh, like buy pre-order for.
I have no reasons. I have no reasoning for it. Fuck the GameStop.
Hey, let me bail Ralph out of this. Things I hate about GameStop. Stop pressing me for pre-orders. When I want the game, I'll fucking pay for it. And stop selling me half a game unless I pre-order it. That bugs the living shit out of me too. Also, stop tearing shit out of game boxes that are, like, you know, good for other free games and not distributing them because you're pissed off at the manufacturer. Now, I don't hold Chuck personally responsible for any of this, Ralph, but these are reasons why I hate fucking GameStop.
Well, you gotta think about it too. The whole asking for pre-orders is like going anywhere else. It's like going to McDonald's and asking if you want fries with that. It's just an add-on.
Except my checkout time has gone from 2 minutes to 20 because they have to read me off a list of everything they want pre-orders for.
I will say, if I could pre-order fries before I got there, that would be fucking awesome.
You want the big rib, don't you?
Yeah,
Wow. That was
It
racist.
is a very enjoyable food. I wish that they would get more employees at the GameStop other than Chuck. I just don't want Chuck working there. I hope he worked somewhere else. Work for, like, a distributor for the Patriots. But just not at the GameStop.
Guys can hit me more when I send out winning stuff to you.
Fucking Chuck.
No, but, like, I agree though. Some of the games that people trade in, they get shit for money for. Like sports games, you're not gonna get dick for them because once they hit 2010 and you're in 2012, you get $3.
Yeah.
So that's because it's so hard to turn around and sell a game like that because everyone wants the updated shit. But like they're doing a thing now where say you bought like Skyrim since you want to play it, you trade that in within 30 days of beating it or whatever, you're still gonna get $30 plus whatever you have on top of it.
Just for the record, you cannot beat Skyrim in 30 days. That's impossible.
I had a kid come in and say he beat Batman Arkham City in 7 hours.
I can see that if you just stream.
100% completed those.
No, he's lying his fucking ass off.
Yeah, you're a liar.
You can beat the main story, but yeah, no way in hell.
Bullshit.
I mean, it is what it is. It's the market. At least you're allowed to trade games in towards new ones. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, Best Buy does that now too.
Yeah, Best Buy gives less than we do.
Yeah, I like them better though.
Like GameStop's the worst, but Best Buy is real. Like okay, so just to say this, I pre-ordered Batman Arkham Asylum from
Sell out.
Best Buy.
You fucking traitor! You sell out.
From Best Buy, really? From Best Buy.
Now, why Best Buy? Tell the people why Best Buy.
Pretty boy.
They had like the Robin like pack or some shit like that. Like I wanted the Robin pack. Alright?
Fuck Catwoman. I want to play as Robin.
I'd rather have a student cap to that.
I wanted the Robin. Okay, so I went.
Sex edition.
Edition.
Good job, Meg.
Addiction. Oh, God. You shut your mouth before.
Okay, so I went, right?
Yeah, we're with you. Continue.
Okay, so I pre-ordered it. So the pre-order went fine. You could do it right at the kiosk or whatever. You could just put the thing or whatever. So then I went to pick it up, right? I went to pick it up, and it was like 30 minutes it took the guy to just type in the information. He needed my email address, and also at Best Buy, and I guess this is, like an advantage to going to the GameStop, is that they won't let you play a game in full. Like, you can't buy the whole game from Best Buy. You can only put like 5. Just in case they don't want any problems. GameStop knows they're gonna have like a million different, a million copies of whatever game that's coming out on Tuesday or whatever. So Best Buy is like, just in case we have technical problems or something, we won't let you buy the game in full, but they will let you lock down $5 into the game. So I'm like, that makes no sense. My $5 is still locked. It doesn't matter. And it was just an ordeal. I went to like the city early. I stood in line. There was like a long line, and like nobody kind of knew where to get the pre-order from. And it was just whack. That's why I'm saying, like, GameStop is a place you have to go if you're, a video game person. But going in there, feels like I don't know.
So what you're telling me is,
it feels like I'm feeding. It feels like I'm feeding someone who's constantly punching me in the face.
Well, you are, but so what you're telling me is Robin wasn't worth it.
What, pre-ordering from Best Buy?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. It was not worth it. I didn't even use that Robin shit. I beat the game and then I fucking traded it in to the fucking GameStop. I don't even remember what I got for it. I was just like, here, get this game out of my fucking house.
Ralph, this is reminding me a lot of the time that Chuck kicked your ass in Tekken.
Wait a minute, why are you bringing this shit up, Meg? Where did it come from? Yeah, for like the last 2 minutes.
So close, and then he got you. Do you remember that?
All right, 2 things. 1, Ralph, you're echoing again, and 2, wow, Meg, you've been quiet for the last half hour, and the first thing you bring up is to shit all over our special guest. What's up with that?
Wow.
That is unbelievably.
Well, I remember
Meg-like.
That is Meg-like.
I saw that video floating around somewhere, Ralph.
Yeah, it is. I think it's on my Facebook. If you check my Facebook, you can see Chuck beat me at Tekken, but that's okay.
That was only one of the 13.
It's okay. It's all right. GameStop employee.
No, still playing the baby.
Moral of the story: we miss you, Ralph.
Oh, that is so nice, guys. I'll be up there in like 2 weeks.
Yay!
Are you coming by?
Wedding too.
Yeah, I will come out, and I'm like the best dancer. Like, I want the Sidecast Nation to know I'm like the best dancer ever. So,
He certainly thinks he is.
I know I am. I'm like the best dancer ever. So,
Way to knock down those stereotypes, Ralph.
If Tony is my date to the wedding, can I wear a dress?
Of course.
Duh.
Okay. All right.
No, it's not too revealing.
You better get much.
That or a stormtrooper suit.
You better grow some much prettier tits if you're going to be my date to the wedding, pal. That's all I'm saying.
You're not into pretty. You're just into bear.
At least she's saying you're the man in the relationship, Tony.
Exactly.
Wow.
I let him be the man. We don't have to flip a coin.
The fuck you mean, let me, bitch?
He's got a two-face coin and loses every time.
Okay.
All right.
So, are we on a podcast? Do we have a show? Or do we have another topic other than me and Chuck working at the game?
Oh, what's wrong? Feeling a little nervous? All right, since our guest host apparently is done talking about himself now, let's move into some topics, shall we?
I am not really good at talking about myself.
You were good. You just filled up half an hour of nothing but you. I started talking about the show, and you somehow brought it back to you, not 20 minutes ago.
Selfish. Really? Did I? I'm sorry. I haven't done this for a long time.
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry.
I'm going through some stuff.
Oh, suck it up, princess. All right, moving on to some topics. So, SOPA, the Stop Online Piracy Act. I hope to God all of you have actually, know anything about this, right?
I know that in if we don't have a topic that has to do with Herman Cain, then I'm kind of out of it.
Herman Cain hasn't been the topic of anything for a month, dude. He's out.
Well, then I'll be quiet then.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Ralph. You're pretty politically motivated. You didn't hear anything about the SOPA Act or the PIPA Act?
Yeah, I heard about how people were so scared that they're not going to be able to illegally download fucking porn anymore. That's probably mostly why I was fucking scared about it.
Well, all right. So I'm going to give a real dummy quick cap of what this supposed law imposed. It was going to give power to independent corporations to be able to press charges and sue websites that had the potential to have, not the potential, even suggested that illegal information that was in violation of copyrights. And the main problem I had with this law was that I fully agree that people should be able to protect their IPs, but at the same time, you should not give the power over to any corporation to indiscriminately determine who's in violation and be able to sue. On top of that, you as the person being accused were just going to get handed a fine or possibly a subpoena, depending on how bad of a violation you were in. You didn't get to appeal it. There was no due process. It was basically how the FCC hands out its fines now. Just writes you the fucking ticket and you pay or you don't get it. And there was a million other shitty things about that law, but that was the main one that really, really pissed me off. Anything that tries to discriminate from due process is just total bullshit in my eyes. Thoughts, opinions?
I just didn't want them to be able to stop me from sharing stuff on Facebook.
That Facebook and things like Facebook, Google, YouTube would effectively have to shut down, because if you even got caught putting up a link or a video where some song, a copywritten song, was playing in the background, that company like YouTube or Facebook would be breaching that violation and could be sued. And you, the individual, could be sued personally and get up to 5 years in jail per offense.
It's like the one with the baby that they were saying on the baby dancing.
Right, because some Beyonce song was playing in the distant background, mind you. Whoever her record company is was trying to get that video pulled from YouTube because they were saying it was violation of, the copyright law.
Well, didn't you say that Wikipedia, too?
Well, Wikipedia in Wednesday, everybody opted to protest. And let me just clarify this in case people aren't familiar with this. Before Wednesday's protest, online protest, the president himself said, if they try to pass this, I will veto it. Which means it would then have to go up to a vote. And for a vote to be passed into a law, you need the vast majority, not just the majority. What is it, Ralph? You need 65% to vote okay to let a law to pass?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. If I'm wrong, forgive me, people. I never claimed that I'm a very bright person, but I know it has to be an overwhelming majority. So I kind of had a feeling that this wouldn't pass, but it kind of sickened me that right up until the last minute, nobody fucking knew about this because nobody was paying attention. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off before, Meg. What was it you were trying to say?
Oh, no, I was just, I didn't know if they had closed down Wikipedia, but you just said that it was a protest.
Yeah, all online protests did. I mean, yeah. Google ran an online petition and got something like 53,000 Americans to sign it in less than 24 hours. I mean, they fucking... You piss off Google goes out for blood. I mean, Google's the one fucking American-based online company that thumbed the middle finger to China and said, you don't like it? Well, fuck you. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think personally something like this will pass, but by the time it does, it's going to be chipped away to, nothingness. I mean, I don't think anybody on any side except for, the dirty online thieves, which I'm going to guess probably all of us are guilty of at some point or another. But,
You accuse me of something and you don't know I'm done, boy.
I said possibly, allegedly, and don't call me boy.
I'm going to call you boy if you don't call me a thief, boy.
But, I don't think anybody's tried... I'm sorry, what was that? Oh, Meg's just making sounds.
What the fuck is going on?
All right. Me and Ralph are having a reenactment of Mississippi burning, but that's okay.
I guess I was the right guy in that one?
Yes, you were. I like the role reversal there. It's pretty cool.
Success.
Ralph, you're black?
I am an African American. I don't know if anybody in the Sidecast nation knows that.
I don't know either. That's why I just mentioned that.
Yeah, I am a ninja. I am ninja certified.
But anyway, yeah, getting back to the topic at hand. SOPA, it's been shelved. Apparently enough people have dropped out of it, and with threats to veto it, it's now being shelved and going to be under advisement. And I'm sure, give it 8 months, they'll try to pass something similar to this again. I just hope when they do, it's in the vein of something a little bit more fair. I mean, I'm all for protecting.
There's no way because
No, they're gonna.
Facebook, you can try to numb it down, and like YouTube, but like a private message or like an email, how are they gonna figure that out? There's always a way around everything.
Well, that was the thing they were imposing because the law seemed horseshit when you got down into it. They were trying because, as it stands now, if they find an American-based website guilty of copyright infringement, being able to distribute, copywritten materials that they're not paying the right licenses for. We now have a system that shuts off their system entirely. What they're imposing now is a much less secure system where all it does is turn off their fucking, their name script. If you put in their fucking HP address, you can still go to the websites and get them. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole thing seemed like they were trying to find a money revenue, not a real way to protect themselves, which is why I'm screaming bullshit. I have no problem with them trying to protect what is rightfully theirs. But at the same time, I also think this country needs to fucking really buckle down and be what is in violation of a copyright? Because right now, the ideas clash so much. Now, I've heard that if you play up to 30 seconds of a copywritten song on anything, you are not in violation if you're using it for, a compare and contrast or if it's a topic. Obviously, the people who own these companies are saying otherwise. You know what I mean? But, I mean, again, where's the limits? How come, somebody can post a video on YouTube of them singing the song word for word that's clearly copywritten, it's fine, but you show a video of a baby dancing around and some song is playing on a radio, freely, mind you, legally, and you caught it on tape and you put it on, YouTube, free of charge. You're not making money and you're not advertising shit off of it, so you're not getting anything out of it. How is that in violation? I think, before you can enact a law like this, people need to know where the fucking lines are. And right now, nobody does. The people are screaming one, and the corporations are screaming another. And obviously, the people want everything free. The corporations want to, basically charge you for everything.
Well, they're trying to make money on everything they can.
Well, that's the thing is, but I can't give them shit for wanting to protect what it is they make and essentially make their money off of, because that's why any business exists. But at the same time, you should never have the legal right to have absolute control over determining what is an infringement and what isn't. That's why we have a government. The second you hand over that sort of power to any corporation, you start a very, very slippery slope. I mean, they already have a tremendous amount of influence and power over our country. If you just flat out hand them that sort of power, they're going to go fucking nuts with it. These are the same people that tried to sue to have the first VHS player and the MP3 player banned, not exist, because they were piss-ass scared of what it meant. I'm sure these same people tried to stop the recordable cassette tape and the CD burner back in the day, too.
Well, obviously that didn't work.
Well, that's the thing, because it's not legal to. What they were trying to do was give them the legal power to stop that. And, of course, and this is the real problem. The senators that, were going to vote on it, this was the main problem. A lot of them were undecided. And I can respect that, because a lot of them didn't understand what the fuck the law was stating until, God forbid, you actually buckled down and read it. But the ones that were in support on it were clearly on the fucking take. And yes, I understand that's me accusing people, and I probably don't have the right to do that. This is all allegedly, people. I'm not saying for a fact they are. Please don't sue. But I mean, you get these guys and they fucking, stand up, and this is the first words they say. And, I have to give props to another podcast, particularly a podcaster named Scott Johnson, that basically said it the best. These guys stand up and say, I'm no expert on the subject, but... Listen, if you're no fucking expert on the subject, you shouldn't be fucking talking about this law. You shouldn't have the authority to sign off on this law until you become an expert. Because if you're no expert, why the fuck are you making this official?
Well, no one's gonna be an expert on it because there's no way around it.
Well, that's another thing too.
Shit up.
Well, that's another thing too. Was all right. So now you say this law did pass, which it's not, but say it did. And now every time you go into Google and you do a search result, and every fucking link that they bring up that has some sort of copyright violation comes up on their search engine, Google is going to be fined and possibly other charges brought against them for each offense. What fucking army do you plan on hiring to monitor all of that fucking data? Google alone would take people in the millions to monitor all that.
Well, it's like they're not going after the guys that do one or two. They're going after people that do like thousands of them, like movies.
Well, here's the thing: they would have had the right to go after whoever they want, effectively destroying things like Google, Facebook, any fucking social site at all that doesn't exist yet, but is trying to get its ground, would never get it. Because they just shut them all fucking down. But, I mean, the internet culture, the people who watch movies, buy games, this is your fucking audience. Like, who do you think... I mean, if you were to pass this shit, you would do worse than ever. Because nobody would buy your shit anymore.
I wouldn't buy this shit.
Yeah. I'm actually making a statement right now. Any company that is in full support of this act still, I will not purchase another fucking product from them ever again until they retract their thing. And I am so glad that Marvel Comics pulled out. Because if I couldn't go see the Avengers movie, I was going to be so pissed. But yeah.
You could bootleg the Avengers movie.
Or I could just steal it and really show them. I was thinking that too, Ralph. But
you just take that movie, which I probably end up doing anyway.
Yeah.
Even if they do pull out, I'll probably bootleg the Avengers. Because once I see the movie there, I'm probably going to want to see it again at home.
Yeah.
And they take too long. What I want to know is, it's funny how our generation can get behind, taking the internet away from someone.
Isn't it amazing how we can't fucking seem to side on anything, but the second they threaten to take our entertainment away, we all collectively shit a brick?
Oh my God. How many Facebook posts I saw? It's like, yo, stop this. This is evil. They're taking away our cookies.
Yeah.
There's like, and this is going to be a little real, there is like a famine in the Sudan that is killing millions of people. And I only heard from when I ended up like sending, money over there. I only heard.
Oh wait, you didn't do it with Wyclef this time, did you? Because that didn't end well the last time.
I did not do it at Wyclef. And you know what? I really don't remember backing Wyclef the way you say I did.
I'll go bring up the episode and post it on your site because you and Firm were backing him 100%.
Yeah, okay, so, I mean, if I did, I did. I just said I didn't remember, because I said a lot of shit, and I don't remember a lot of it. I don't remember what I said when we started the show, so I probably contradict myself from there. It's it's funny to see, what people, gather around,
Well, a law is bullshit. Well, two things. First of all, about, the famine. It's hard to get people in a country in mass groups to get them worried about what's happening in another country that doesn't directly affect them. It's difficult, particularly in our country where, the vast majority of the people don't want to bother to hear about anything. But there's also something to be said about a law that sucks so much balls that every fucking radical, whether it be liberal, conservative, what mind you, gathers together for one fucking day and says, you know what, fuck this. And I don't think that's ever happened in my lifetime until last Wednesday. I mean, everybody, people I hate as well as people I look up to, all gathered together and said, nah, this is bullshit.
That is unbelievably, I guess, crass. It just shows, the American perspective on things.
You can take away my freedom, you can take away my civil liberty, but when you take away my right to sing a Beyonce song on fucking YouTube, you have crossed the fucking line. And I will not stand for this.
I am kind of mad that they didn't get through that, because I fucking hate Beyonce.
I agree.
I wish they would have pulled that down. Anything that promotes Beyonce, they had, when she was having her kid with, Jay-Z and stuff like that, they were doing so much press coverage of this fucking thing. You would have thought fucking Jesus was being...
You would have thought it was the Smith family having its 12th kid.
I hate the color blue now.
Yeah, fucking Jay-Z and Beyonce have ruined the color blue.
That kid's gonna be so pissed. My name is Blue Ivy. This sucks.
That's the name of the kid?
Yes, Blue Ivy.
Wow. What? That might be the worst name I've ever heard for a kid.
It's almost as bad as naming your kid Apple. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
What's her face fucking named her kid Apple?
About Dweezil.
Gwyneth Paltrow, that's who it was.
Well, she's a
Okay.
Fucking hippies. But, alright. So...
I like apples. I'd love to know somebody named Apple.
Alright, this topic is going far off course, so we're going to move on from that depressing...
We're talking about how we hate Beyonce? Wasn't that the topic?
Yeah. Go for it, Ralph. Go ahead. Tell the people how much you hate Beyonce. Let's watch you stutter over your words again.
Since I was 16, I've been looking at Beyonce's face. Not because I want to. When I was 16, yeah, it was because I wanted to. But as I've grown older, Beyonce kind of got into the fucking industry around the time when I was around 16, 17. And she hasn't had, a downtime or a dull time or a time to go away and reflect like Britney Spears or Madonna or somebody else. So... just every year, it's just something about Beyonce. I was please, somebody. She's probably a cool person, but personally, I wish she'd just take a nap or something for a very long time.
So you hate her because she's successful, is what you're saying.
I just don't want her to be in the spotlight.
You hate her success, is what you're saying.
No, I don't hate her success.
Then what?
I hate her.
I don't have anything personal against her, but I hate her face. No, that's pretty rough, Ralph.
I don't hate her face. I just hate her. I hate redundancy, and I hate.
Well,
about the
since you hate redundancy, let's move on from this topic before you explain why you hate her all over again. So, from that one sad topic to a worse one. Everyone hear about the Chinese suicide pact in China?
Yeah, the Red Ring.
The red ring, as Chuck is calling it. Okay, So there's a... Shut up. You're the one who's taken up the most time so far. All right. Whatever. Names be damned. And the doctor told you to cut back. Names be damned. There's a company that is hired by Microsoft and a bunch of other companies in the U.S., Apple and Sony being two of the biggest. This factory is where a good chunk of the Xbox 360s are assembled. And 2 weeks ago, 300 employees threatened to jump off the roof of that building and kill themselves. Anybody hear about this?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I didn't hear about it until you just started talking about it.
Okay, well, here's the premise to it. A year ago, this company... Now, I should go on record and say this. Microsoft, Sony, and Apple do not own this company. This is a third-party company that, basically buys out contracts for them to assemble and create certain parts for their devices.
Shitty parts.
Microsoft doesn't own this company, so to blame them for this might not be just. Just putting that out there. This company tells its employees that they're going to get a raise if they keep up production value, if they're doing good. Because, well, the fucking 360s, despite all the red ringing and all the horse shit, are still selling really well.
Xbox is king.
It is. It's doing pretty good. But not only that, Sony and Apple and all sorts of other companies. I'm not sure if Nintendo has anything to do with them or not. But
they're in there with them.
Are they in there with them?
Manufacturer. It's Apple, Sony, Microsoft,
and Nintendo, huh? Okay, so there you go. All of them have parts being made by this company. And so business is good for this company in China. The guy in charge, I guess their CEO, I don't know what you'd call a guy in charge in that country, or even really how the Chinese, company would work under that conditions in that country. But he promised, exactly.
And then there's the emperor.
Yeah, pretty much. Ralph is not far off with that assessment. But he promised them a price of living increase in pay, and like a bonus package if business continued to thrive in 2011. It did. I mean, the Microsoft sales alone must have done excellent. 2012 comes at the end of the year review, and the guy basically goes in front of his his crew and says, there will be no raises. If you are upset about this, there's the door. You can leave. If you leave, you will get a severance package, or you can choose to keep your job for the current wages you're making. I think almost half the employees quit, and they did not receive a severance package at all. So so no severance package, no raise. Almost half the employees walk out of the fucking company there. Of the remaining half that stayed, 300 of them basically went up to the fucking top of the building and threatened to jump to try to get people to pay attention to their plight. Now, as of now, the mayor of the town that it was in and all this other shit eventually talked them down. They did not jump. But, I mean, they were literally standing on the edge ready to go. And now, if I can get a little bit personal here, I think this is what happened. I can't prove it, but this is kind of what I've been led to believe happens. In that country, these giant corporate places put up their fucking, their manufacturing plants. The entire villages are so poor and so bad. It's not that pretty industrial part of China that they're so keen on showing everyone. There's a lot of rural, shitty spots in that country. And the people there have no choice. Work there or starve. They're not forced to work in that plant, but there's no work and no commute, and they can't afford to move. These plants come up, these people have no choice. Work there or starve. So when they're literally not paying them enough to afford food and their homes, these people have no choice. They have to either, make people aware of their plight that hopefully somebody will do something about it, or they may as well just cash in right now because there's no fucking hope for them. I mean, that's pretty terrible.
It's the first time that's happened at this company.
Well, it's the first time that this many people have threatened to do it at once, but in 2010, 14 employees committed suicide on the grounds for similar reasons.
18 tried, so 4 people didn't. That sucks.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
But those are some fucking intense working conditions, won't you say?
Oh, they're horrible, dude. I mean, they fucking push these. I mean, you're talking 14-hour shifts for shit pay, no breaks or very, very little breaks. And it's people, especially in this country, don't really grasp what it is you're paying for when you buy our modern day tech. Like, this shit costs lives. It's pretty bad.
I
Now,
don't think people care, you know?
I'm sure people know, but yeah, they don't care.
I don't think people even care. Like, when like soccer moms go into fucking Apple Store, I don't think they even give 2 shits.
I don't think they know, to be honest with you, because I know my mom wouldn't have a fucking clue about this.
If Christmas time came around and it was like one of those main stories that Apple or all these other companies are in here doing all kinds of crap, like, I don't think anybody would really even give 2 shits. They'd be like, little Casey asked for this and I gotta give it for him, and we'll worry about the road later. It's a lot of fucked up shit happening in the world, and a lot of people notice, and a lot of people don't notice, And it's hard for you as a person because you feel like you're like you can't help at all. Like, there's nothing that you can do at all. But you just simply don't buy these products.
Well, see, right there is the thing, Ralph. As we're all talking on Skype on our computers, everybody in this country, and I'm going to say basically anybody who is now hearing my voice is guilty of this. Because it is impossible to live here and be completely guilt-free of this shit unless you live entirely off the grid.
Well, I mean, what you can do is what we're doing now is that you're using this technology that they've built to get the word out, to use it.
True.
Do you remember that band? I forgot what the name of it was. I think they're called Chumbawamba. Remember they did that song? Oh, you're not bad.
Yes. How could the world forget, Ralph?
They sold one of their songs to the auto industry and let them use it in one of their commercials. And then they turned around and took that money and put it into a fund about raising awareness about, indecencies of the auto industry, which was awesome. So you just infiltrate the system.
That's awesome, but a lot of good it did because this is the first I'm ever fucking hearing about it.
Well, it just wasn't. Think about that song. Fucking, how long does that go?
But I mean, it's
they made a song about drinking and pissing. Too many people gonna take them seriously.
I mean, it's tough right now to you see this shit and you feel bad. But I'm looking at my room here and I'm just thinking how many people must have killed themselves off with all the shit that I have right now. And seriously, it's like, well, I guess this is kind of the way of the world, is that, we like to pretend it doesn't exist. We like to pretend that, we're above it. But the truth of the matter is, especially in the U.S., we are on top because we have so many people, we're standing on so many necks of other countries. And the truth of the matter is, if we ever stopped doing that, we would plummet. We would fall. We would not be who we are today. So, where's the happy medium? I don't think it exists. You know what I mean? At least not yet.
No, I mean, you just gotta make sure you're aware of the fucked up shit that's going on in this fucking.
I mean, I feel bad about these people. I really do. I mean, I'm pretty sure that their CEO could have done something in the confines of their law to help them out and still churn a major profit. But, I mean, the only way to stop that sort of shit would be all right, that 360 I have on my shelf, that's got to go. The computer I'm using to record this, that's got to go. And I cannot pay into any of this shit ever again. And even if you did that, all you're going to do is cause that company to dry up, and whatever wages they're making, now these people aren't making shit.
there's no way with all the stuff coming out they're not making a lot of money. You have an announcement of a new system if they're working with Nintendo. You got the Xbox and Sony, and Apple comes out with new shit every other week. So the profit gets pumped into that company.
Well, don't forget, China's not a free country, dude. It's underneath a communist rule. Now, I am positive that a lot of those profits get churned in, via taxes or duties or whatever the fuck they want to call it. However, like you said, Chuck, they're making money hand over fist. I am positive within the confines of their own law in their country, they could have given something back to those employees to increase their lifestyle. They could have done something. You know what I mean? And instead, fuck you, and we're keeping all the profit to ourselves.
They'll find someone else to hit the button. They don't care.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. That new crop of 14-year-olds are perfect for working duty now. Let's just shove them in.
Just make sure this is connected to that, and at that they fuck up anyways, because there's always something wrong with the new shit anyways, so they fix it.
But nobody cares about that, because if they actually did pay these people a decent wage, and they actually did pay these, wait until like the proper age to get people in, that Xbox 360 that everybody loves would be $5,000 a unit.
Yeah.
And that's what would really outrage the rest of the fucking world, because the world kind of sees it, fuck that country, I want my shit cheap. And, who's really responsible? I'm going to say all parties are guilty at somewhat. The guy who's refusing to pay his people a decent, be able to survive off this pay wage is probably the most guilty of all.
You don't care because he's still getting paid.
But and I will say this to China: your government of the people, this workers of the world unite bullshit. Whereas the government stepping in and saying, you corporate douchebag that I allowed to be in my communist country are now going to be forced to pay these people enough to live. Where's that happening? The Reds are for the people, my ass.
To have proper places for everyone that works there.
Yeah. Where are they forcing them to have, safe work environments? Or, 14 people kill yourself in 1 year and 300 threaten to do it the next? You should pay attention to that. You know what I mean? But, but who's the truest guilty person of them all? Well, probably us and everybody listening, because we buy this shit. This shit goes down because we demand supply for this. You know what I mean? And
we also give them a job.
We do, but we also expect them to do it at their slave wage prices so that we can get a fucking brand new video game system for $800 when it comes out.
So it's a lose-lose.
It is. It's well, not to them. We're the ones.
Us, but it's a lose
yeah,
to them.
We're the ones winning compared to them. Like, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? All they see is another capitalist country exploiting their labor. And I don't blame them for it. But like I said, here, unless you live entirely off the grid in the woods on land that's been owned by your family for years, you are not guilty of this. Ride the subway, you're guilty of exploiting somebody's labor. Fucking, use a cell phone, you're definitely, guilty of this.
I don't think you're guilty of exploiting somebody's labor. Because you're not the ones that were making these people doing this, you know what I mean? Like,
true enough, but
I do think that a lot of people are very ignorant on how the world works.
Yeah.
Either they're ignorant or they see it and they turn their face. It's just, there's really, like you were saying, there's really no way to get away from it. But, what are you going to do?
Well, that's the problem, is what are you going to do? There's really no easy answer to this. Most of the Western world is basically built upon this tech now. Our economic system as it is right now cannot survive without it. And this shit requires us to basically need these lesser, financially stable countries to produce its slave labor. You know what I mean? And it's sad, but that's kind of the way our entire system works. And where I don't think being aware of it is enough, I think it'd be a good start if more people actually understood the price of what it is they bought rather than just buying it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, don't go and get any of this because God knows, that would make me the worst hypocrite in the fucking world. You know what I mean? But some good. I will say this though, honest up. The 300 people did not kill themselves, at least not not the way they planned to do it, and they were talked down. And I don't know what they're doing to these people right now, but so far none of them are dead. This has brought a lot of attention to this sort of thing. And right now, from what I hear, like Apple in particular, I knew they'd be the first to kiss ass because they hate being seen as anything but like the fucking messiah in the public's eyes.
I fucking hate Apple too.
Yeah,
I fucking hate everything.
I'm
my life.
I'm recording this on a MacBook, but that's okay.
Now I hate the Sidecast. Shit.
Yeah, but you're just a hater. So like being hated by you is like validation.
I have grown to embrace my hate. You know what I mean? I don't even fucking care anymore.
Ralph joined the dark side. But I mean, watch the new. That was racist, Chuck. You just made Meg spit out coffee. That was terrible.
Did I?
Yep, you did. She's sitting there trying to maintain composure as coffee leaks through her fingers and mouth. I totally forgot what I was going to say.
I wish I could have been able to see that.
What I was going to say is watch. The next generation of everything to come out, their newest feature is going to be cruelty-free. Watch this. This is that they're going to use this as a selling point. Apple's already doing it.
No one's going to give a fuck. They're going to buy it whether people die or bleed for this or not.
Of course not. I mean, one of the shittiest things you can buy in the world is a diamond. You know how many people die for those diamonds? And people still buy them.
The funny thing is, I used to work in the diamond district, and I worked.
Oh, that's like a triple sellout for you, Ralph.
I didn't work with the diamond district. I used to work in the diamond district.
You still got paid with blood money, son.
No, I didn't get paid for anything. But I would make fun of those people in their face, and I would not care. I would be like just talking to somebody while I'd be like at a jeweler's shop or something, and I would just say it as loud as I could. I was like, man, I wonder how many African kids lost their hands for this diamond. Just as loud as I could. And just to make them look like weird, and like every now and then somebody would be like, no, we're pure, we don't get our diamonds from there and stuff like that.
Oh, where's the fun in it then?
That's cool, but it was just to let them know that I, was totally against everything that they're doing.
But you accepted their paychecks, didn't you, Ralph?
I wasn't accepting. They were the ones who were paying me, so I did not feel like I was accepting some kind of.
So you don't have like those big giant diamond rings in your ears, or nothing like that. You don't own diamonds at all.
I'm not even a jewelry person. Right?
Yeah.
It's not my bag, baby. How old is that thing? Fuck, really?
Did you hear about the explosion at the Foxconn iPad 2 factory in China on Friday?
Oh no.
This is in May.
Oh, that's in May.
Happened in May.
Oh, holy shit! Same
So
company.
that happened last year. Okay.
Yeah, same company. We just kind of scrolled through and we fucking found it. There was, what was it?
16 were injured.
How many
Dude,
dead?
what's up with this fucking company, man?
There's no value of life. They just, do it till it blows up, build it back up, and get the new shipment of kids in there to fucking make it.
Well, seriously, there's like a billion people in China. Like,
yeah. Well, that's the thing, because, people are really nothing but a commodity there. I'm just saying, how dare you guys call yourselves a fucking, a government for the people when you're clearly the most... You're worse than fascism. You're fucking, you're pure corporate greed, and you just won't add up. You won't admit to it.
But come on, there's a billion people, man.
And you call us a land of hypocrisy.
Explosion here, explosion there. What are you gonna do, man?
Yeah, what's 300 compared to fucking 2 billion?
If it's truth,
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? Enough of this sad, make everybody feel bad topics. Let's move on to a happier topic, and that's a Carnival cruise ship decided to run aground and have a bunch of people die in it last week. This is ordinarily not funny by any means. Everyone's heard about this story, right?
Yeah.
Ralph? That's a no. Carnival Cruise had a cruise ship coming out of Italy. And
I heard about that.
Yeah, they ran to close to the shore, ripped the hole in it. The captain ended up fleeing with supposedly like 400 people still unaccounted for. There's that awesome video of that recording of their Coast Guard screaming at the captain, get your ass back on the boat or I'm going to prosecute you. And the captain being a chicken shit and not doing it. None of that's funny. There's a bunch of people dead and injured from that. What is hysterical is in the main dining hall, in the main restaurant on that Carnival cruise ship, there was a Celine Dion song playing, and it was My Heart Will Go On. No lie. Like, I guess all the fucking passengers are, like, attesting to this. The Titanic song was playing at the moment of impact.
They better hope SOPA doesn't get a hold of that. They'll get sued.
Yeah, no shit.
I just find it funny that the whole thing was he was trying to impress his buddies in going off course.
That's how I figured it all the time. You know what it was? His fucking yachting buddies, the captain, that is. Basically, I don't know if this is what happened for sure, but I can think of this. They're all sitting around talking at the captain's table, all like the creme de la creme douchebags. And, someone says in the most stingy British accent, I don't know why he's British, but that just pops in my head.
Italian cruise.
Yeah. Well, people travel all over to take a cruise, Chuck. He's like, I say, you know what would be much more beautiful if we could get closer to the riverside, just captain trying to impress his douchebag friends. Yeah, let's get this thing as close to the fucking shore. And we'll have a nice, pretty view while we eat our dinner. Bam! Slams into a fucking rock. And, way to go, Captain. You killed a bunch of people because you were trying to impress your douchebag friends. You broke the sacred rule of being a captain. You abandoned your ship while people were still dependent on you to try to help them off. And when you basically, screamed abandoned ship, you give the right to their Coast Guard to basically take control. The Coast Guard guy is giving you every opportunity to avoid, the bullshit storm that's about to be headed to you. Get back on the boat. Now, the Coast Guard's already on the boat at this point. The captain is in almost no threat of dying. Because the thing is completely flipped. The Coast Guard's on it, and the guy in charge of the rescue operation is basically telling the captain, get on the helicopter with my men and get back on the fucking boat and help them, or we will prosecute you. And this chicken shit just doesn't do it.
Wait, didn't he say he fell off?
He's saying that now. If he fell off, he'd have been dead, Ralph. I mean,
that like a couple days ago when I heard about this story, that is exactly what I would have said.
And no one would have believed you either. I mean, that's...
Somebody said to me yesterday, that's why you'll never be a captain.
Yes, exactly. That's why you will never be captain of a boat, Ralph.
Yeah, seriously, Chuck, go fuck yourself.
I said the same shit yesterday, so I'm on the same page as you, so fuck you.
Oh, sorry, Chuck.
I gotta be so racist all the time.
Why am I racist? That has nothing to do with racist. That was racist of you for thinking that shit was racist.
Yeah, he just disliked you. How come that was racist, Chuck?
It's racist. It's Ralph.
Wow. You gotta take that, Ralph?
Wait, yeah, I could be racist sometime. I've seen the error of my ways.
No, bullshit. Bullshit.
What are you talking about? Yeah, let's talk about this captain. This ain't about me.
You're right. This isn't about a black guy that run afoul. It's about an Italian guy, Chuck. You're the one who's guilty here.
Wait, let's not make this about race.
Oh, why not? We made everything else about it.
Saying how much a douchebag this captain is.
All right.
It's complete douche. Well, I don't know if he's a douche, because I don't know him personally, so I can't call him a douche, but his actions were very douche.
His actions were very cowardly.
If you were him and that happened, like, you... Obviously, you're supposed to go down with the ship, at least help people when you fucking crash the ship. It's your fault. But if you put in that situation, like, what would you do?
I don't, like, I would definitely try, like, me, personally, I would try to, once I fucking wipe the crap out of my fucking pants, I would just be like, okay, so let's try to get these people off of here as fast as possible. And, you know, but once the shit hits the fan, yeah, once the fucking shit is laid over on its side, it is kind of every man for itself. But yeah, I'm sorry, but I don't want to die.
Well, you're not alone in that sentiment, dude. But that's why you wouldn't be the captain. You know what I mean? Like, the captain is the man who takes responsibility for that boat and everybody on it.
Like you said...
Yeah, but you see, like, they were still finding people in that boat when they were, you know, like, after, like, days, like a day or two, like, finding people alive.
Ralph.
No, but, like the captain was supposed to, like, what's he supposed to do? Stand on top of the stern while the ship's
No, you're supposed to...
Everybody!
You're supposed to help until the Coast Guard comes, and when they say there's nothing left you can do, you have to get out of here, that's when you leave.
He was trying to help and he fell over. Come on, man. Listen to the dude.
You know what happened to all the other people that fell over on that boat, Ralph? They washed up on the shore dead. The captain was the one lucky guy that survived that fall onto the rocks.
Hey, when the Make-A-TV movie comes out, you'll all see, all you guys, all you haters will see that this captain was like Arnold Schwarzenegger on that boat until he fell over. Don't blame him. Blame the damn reef that he fucking ran over.
No, he's the one. It was an unknown course that he made to impress his friends. The reason they were that close to the rocks was his fault.
Well, blame those douchey ass friends, man.
He's the captain.
It's the song.
He is not.
Omen.
I don't think we should blame this dude.
You don't.
No.
Everybody else stop talking except Ralph. Defend that statement right now.
I don't think we should blame this dude because, he was only captain on paper. That's it.
No. Stop. He was legally responsible.
He wasn't the captain of, like, the USS, like, Crimson Alliance or something like that. It was the Carnival Cruise.
Ralph.
It says Carnival in it. He thought it was a party, and then shit got real. And when shit get real to a Carnival Cruise captain, he's like, yo, I gotta get the fuck off this boat.
Ralph, it doesn't matter what fucking vessel you're on. Captain is captain. And as captain, you are responsible for your crew, your cargo, and your boat. Now, that boat had the most expensive cargo at all. It's filled with fucking people. Probably rich people. It's a fucking cruise ship. Captain is captain, dude, regardless of what vessel you tow.
I'd be fucking extra mad. Rich people.
Well, that's the thing. This is why you wouldn't be captain, but I can't believe you're fostering...
I'd be captain anything, bitch.
This is... You're not a good one if you're going to abandon ship before everybody gets the fuck off.
I don't know. All I'm saying is, if you're Captain Crunch...
Captain Crunch is out of business, too. Didn't you hear?
What?
Yeah, they don't make Captain Crunch anymore.
I gotta get off. I'm sorry.
Too much sugar. It had more sugar in its cereal than anyone else, and I guess Kellogg's or whoever the fuck makes them decided to put it on the chopping block. Yep.
This is another issue. I am so mad at other people thinking they should fucking live our lives for us.
Ralph wants his Crunch Berries.
Fucking people, yo. Thinking that I can't... I know what I'm doing when I'm eating fucking Crunch Berries. I know there's a lot of sugar in it.
I might not know what I'm doing on a boat, but I know what I'm doing when I'm eating Captain Crunch. Now fuck off.
Yo, I'll eat Captain Crunch as I'm the captain of that boat. Alright, just to be completely real, yeah, that was pretty fucked up that that dude fucking left.
I know. There was no way what you were saying you actually agreed with. I'm like, come on, dude.
If that's the captain's duty, to fucking, stay on until at least the majority of the people are off, but,
Right. I'm not saying he had to die, but when the Coast Guard is screaming, get back on, it's safe on this deck and help us, and you refuse, that's cowardly, man. That you do not deserve the title of captain.
So, he needed to take a break. He needed to take a break.
Death toll of how many or no?
At last I heard, and this was a few days ago, 11 dead and in the hundreds of people that were still missing.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like over 100 people still missing. And I think by this Tuesday, they're legally going to have to proclaim them dead. And we'll probably find them wash up on the shore for the next few months, if at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, they've been down there, 6 days? There's no way they're alive. When they start sending the scuba teams in to, pry open those rooms, they're going to find tons of bodies.
Fucking SOPA.
You're blaming SOPA for the Italian guy crashing his ship now?
Yo, SOPA fucking make me jump off a boat, too. This guy's just trying to get to America.
I can't get my fucking Pornhub no more. Screw this.
Yeah, this dude was jerking it while he was on the boat. The fucking internet goes out. Fucking internet goes out. He comes out to look on the deck. What, bitch, we leave? Gotta jump off.
Is that Beyonce? Jump out.
Yeah, fucking Beyonce. This bitch is leaning to the side, baby. I gotta get on the lifeboat and get the hell out of here.
And we've come fucking full circle. Congratulations, guys.
I wonder if he fucking looked at, the nearest fucking other person next to him and was like, you're the captain now. Peace, bitch.
Just shoves the hat in him. All right, I'm out. Later.
Yeah, and just jumps overboard.
First lifeboat off this bitch.
I'm still stuck on your it's a carnival cruise and then shit got real. I'm trying not to laugh.
The carnival's over.
Come on, that's not even nothing like you call your mom to tell her. Like, yo, Mom, I'm just became the captain. Oh, really? You're the captain of the boat? Yeah. Which boat? The carnival cruise.
That's a huge successful boat, man. I mean, that
is successful for, middle-aged people who fucking ain't got nothing else in life to do.
No, that's for middle-aged people that have enough money that they can afford that sort of shit.
Why do I want to, if I get on a boat...
You don't because you're poor and not middle-aged.
I get on a small boat, something small and intimate that I can enjoy to see. I don't want to be on a boat with 1,500 other people where you have all these couples, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell fucking Chuck and Meg now, first time I see you guys wearing the same thing, it's over. We ain't friends no more. But you're going to have fucking boats full of people wearing the same Hawaiian outfits and stuff.
They were in Italy, dumbass. Why were they wearing Hawaiian outfits?
I don't know. That's what middle-aged married couples do. When they go on vacation, they wear the same thing.
You did just describe my dad, but that's besides the point.
That's what they do. They wear shirts. They wear the same shirts, Johnson family reunion. Stuff like that,
There goes your Christmas present.
Wow.
I got you a American jersey.
What are you going to do, man? All I'm saying is...
Dude, I'm gonna get so much angry fucking mail from this episode. It's not even funny.
Captain. Anybody in that situation would have been like, yo, it's all for one and one for all. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Right?
You just fucked up that expression entirely. All for one and one for all means there's a leader, and that leader is supposed to be looking out for everyone.
I know.
Don't just quote shit to try to sound smart, dude. You gotta know what it means first.
I don't gotta know shit. It's on the captain.
And put down the Cheetos. We're still recording.
I know crunch berries.
Ralph's got 4 locals.
God damn it. Fucking A. All right. On that note, Ralph is...
That wasn't my fault. Somebody else's fault.
All right. On that note, Ralph is clearly giving me signals that his enthusiasm for this is clearly up. So,
What are you talking about? My enthusiasm high. I'm the captain, bitch.
so that's gonna be it for Sidecast. I almost said 2 a.m. I almost stole your thunder there, fucking Ralph.
Really? I would have been like, what? 2 a.m. has a new episode? What?
If you want to get in touch with it, hey, if you fucking bitches, I swear to God. If you want to get in touch with us, you goddamn asshole.
What are we doing?
I'm trying to give my fucking show's email address out if people want to contact us or yell at you. Either or.
Okay.
It's sidecastshow@gmail.com. Subscribe to our Facebook wall. Just do a quick search for Sidecast. You'll see a pixelated picture of me and Capcom provided by Meg. And that's how you can get in touch with us. I'd like to thank, sort of, Ralph Lewis for joining us today. Ralph, anything you'd like to plug or say before the end of the day?
I'd just like to say that everybody that listens to this, continue to listen. Tony is a fucking great dude. I love the Sidecast. It's awesome. And that, if you're a captain of the boat, don't feel bad if you got to jump off before everybody else, all right? Life is a precious thing, all right? And,
And yours is worth 400 others. Never forget that.
Hey, if you don't think you're special, who's going to?
My mom.
Now, if you're the captain of a carnival ship,
It's mom's throwing shit at him now.
moms hate that.
Oh, yeah. My son's no coward!
Somebody's mom would tell people that her son is a crackhead before they tell her they're the captain of a carnival ship.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. What's Jeff been up to? Oh, he just smokes crack down in the alley.
All right. My co-host, Meg. Meg, anything you'd like to say to the people? Closing thoughts?
Oh, God. Can Ralph come on again?
If he's a good boy and can crawl out of his fucking opiate coma long enough, yes, Ralph can come back on. Actually, I said it last.
I probably won't. This will probably be the last time you see me on the Sidecast. Before I want to be a fan of the Sidecast. I don't want to hear myself.
That's fine, but I said it last episode. I'm gonna say it again. Anybody from the 2 a.m. show, even fucking guest hosts, have an open door invitation anytime they want in. They are more than welcome to be a guest host on my show.
Yo, I just want to say, Meg has been shooting a lot of animosity my way for no reason.
She's a woman. She does that.
But I just want to tell her, fuck the Patriots. I just want to say that.
Come on.
Meg doesn't give two shits about football.
I don't care. Fuck the Patriots. Whatever Meg is into, fuck it.
Wow, dude! If you could see her face right now, she is so hurt. When I told her you were coming on the show, she got so excited, and now she's looking like a
captain. I get to do what I want.
Right now, she looks like a 12-year-old boy who got his tricycle taken away.
I love Meg. She needs to stop it.
All right, Chuck, I want to thank you for being our special guest of the week. Anything you'd like to say? Closing thoughts, plugs, whatever?
I love Ralph.
Come on down to the GameStop. You say that. That would be awesome. Yeah, promote your store. Come on down to the GameStop. You'll wait in line.
You just said Best Buy waits in line, not GameStop.
Yo, GameStop, you have to wait in line too. You have to wait in line everywhere. God, I hate life.
Move out of New York then, douchebag. That's why you're waiting so long.
No, there's a line everywhere. Like, I don't know.
There's a line everywhere. New York and Alabama, because those are the only two places I've ever been. All right.
I've been everywhere.
Sure. And on that note, I think that's going to do it for... Thanks, Captain. Permission to sign off, Captain? Do we have permission?
This ship's going down and I'm out of here.
Fuck the goodbyes. That's it for us. Later.